Questions and comments? The honourable member for Dauphin, Swan River, Nipawak.
Speaker, and I guess we'll bring it back to the debate that's actually going on here. So I just wonder if the member can tell me, when he goes knocking on the door and he tells them that they've been standing up for taxpayers' dollars, there's been $334 million and over 186 cases of conflict of interest. What is the reaction of the people, of the taxpayer, when he tells them that information?
Well, member for Durham.
Well, you know, the frustration that I hear from my constituents and from Canadians across the country is that there is a system that is completely unresponsive to their own interests. There's a feeling that we have a political culture here in Ottawa because the NDP have sold out to the Liberals that has kept people in power who don't care what Canadians are going through, don't care what they think, don't care how they feel, and then they see numbers like this of how taxpayer dollars get abused, and they go, where do I fit into all of this? Who is serving me? This is why we are pushing for accountability here, because it matters to people. It matters to my constituents, it matters to Canadians across the country, that you cannot abuse their money as the Liberals have and the NDP have supported and get away with it. You have to answer for what you have done.
Questions and comments? The honourable member for Bruce Grey, Owen Sound.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Look, I just have a bit more of a comment because I've knocked on doors and I actually went out and reached out on this issue with my constituents, and to be frank, I haven't got a single other issue this much correspondence back in such a short period of time. When I asked my constituents, do you think the government should comply with the will of Parliament and turn these documents over, and that if any organization received the money illegitimately, that they should turn that money back and potentially face criminal repercussions if deservingly so? Over 90% answered in the affirmative. So I just wanted to put that on the record, Mr. Speaker. This is something I know I'm hearing all the time back in my riding, and it's actually the biggest issue when asked that I've ever received from correspondence at the local level.
Well, member for Durham.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I hear most often is people who are retired union members, many of whom worked at places like GM in my local area, who their entire life they supported the NDP. And now they see what this party has become, and they've completely given up because they know we're the only ones fighting for any kind of transparency and accountability with the Liberal government. The NDP sold them out for their Maseratis, and they have decided that to put the Liberal Party and the current Prime Minister above the people who have supported them for a long time. So it is something I hear all the time. People want fighters. They want people who will come to Ottawa and fight for them, and that's what's missing from every party in this House, except for the Conservatives.